Mazara del Vallo is a city that looks out onto the Mediterranean, and it is full of fishing and naval tradition. Center of the first Italian fishing boat port, it boasts of a remarkable fishing boat fleet. The channel port of the river Mazara offers a landing place for the various fishing boats. It is the heart of the fishing business in the city. While the new port, placed in the Tonarella area, is the touristic harbour in the city, where you can often find luxurious motorboats and yachts moored. The city is in a geographical position with horizon laps African lands, above all those of northern Africa, considering that Mazara is only 200 kilometers from the coast of Tunisia. It reached the peak of its splendor during the Muslim domination, a population that has left indelible traces in typical popular customs, in the urban structure, still visible today in the old heart of Mazara del Vallo, once closed by Norman walls, where until today there is still a borough with an Islamic urbanistic implant characterized by ancient alleys, narrow streets, arcs, and courtyards, where the Tunisian people live now, with their custom, typical places, their ancient shops, and the gastronomy. Visiting it is really a unique experience. Mazara del Vallo is a city of great social and cultural interest. The heart of the historical center is Piazza of the Republic, a harmonious area set in a Baroque period. The buildings that surround it go back to the 18th century. On one side, you can see the Episcopal building. On the other side, the seminary, completed with a neoclassical portico and a loggia with lacy arcs. Here, there is also a diocesan museum. At the center of the square, the statue of Saint Mito, patron saint of the city, made by Ignazio Marabiti. At the extreme end of the square, in all its splendor, the majestic cathedral soars high. The front facade, finished in 1906, decorated with a majestic bell tower from the 17th century. A portal designed, ornated with low 14th century embosses that represent Raja I riding a horse while he's knocking down a Muslim. As soon as you enter, you will remain breathless at the sight of the magnificent paintings, the stuccos finished in gold, that alternate with frescoes, carried out on the ceiling and on the higher part of the structure. This forces one's eyes to look upwards, remaining with your nose looking up for several minutes, so as to continue on looking at the enormous artistic patrimony placed in the sacred temple that has no equals. In the great apse, the beautiful sculpture, The Transfiguration by Antonello Antonio Gaggini, dominates, representing Jesus among the prophets Elijah and Moses, and the apostles Peter, James, and John. Always in the historical center of Mazara del Vallo, in the 15th century church Santa Didio, that has been transformed into a museum after a long period of restoration. Here you can see a work of extraordinary social-cultural valence, the dancing satire. An expressive and magnetic force left unchanged in time transpires from the appearance of this important work, turned upwards as if it was in ecstasy. This statue was found in March 1998 by a Mazara fishing boat, 480 meters deep in the sea, between Pantelleria and Africa. The chronological attributions of this important statue is still controversy today. Some scholars attribute it to the 4th century before Christ, while others to the 2nd or to the 3rd century before Christ. The young satyr is represented in a voltage dancing expression, with its body flexed on the right side and its arms distended forward, exactly in the moment in which it is ready to jump with its right leg, lifting up contemporarily the left one. The beauty of the statue's model make you imagine in almost a realistic way the cry and the pathos that distressed its body during the orgiastic dance, being able even up to today to arouse really strong feelings. Continuing, the visitors in the historic center of Mazara del Vallo. A worthwhile look also is to the Jesuit College, a building in a remarkable Baroque style, built between 1672 and 1696, that has an important portal, a harmonious loggia, and a luminous cloister. In Mazara del Vallo, there is all a tourist could wish to see on holiday. A rich, artistic monumental patrimony, archaeological and naturalistic sites of particular interest, suggestive population traditions with well-equipped beaches, excellent typical gastronomy with an important Arab influence. A sea that attracts numerous visitors every year, that on a free beach, or in a sea resort, or on fine sandy beaches, or along the rocky coast, can spend unforgettable holidays. Mazara del Vallo is also the ideal place for people who love water sports. Every year, many regattas are organized, where the sailboats, with their sails unfolded, plow through a sea of rare beauty. But it is still possible to do underwater immersions, surf and many other sports, always in contact with clear, limpid waters that touch the Mazarese coast. Certainly what strikes visitors is also the independent and various colors of Mazarese lifestyle. During the whole year, the shows, the exhibitions and the events succeed each other in rapid rhythms. The Mazarese summers offer a full program of events, integrating culture, sport, shows, tradition and wine gastronomy, being able to satisfy even the most difficult requests.